India is a diverse country. And we understand this diversity of cultures, heritages, and nuances when it comes to jewelry. Kalyan Jewellers, a company that understands the true diversity in this land and has established itself across both rural and urban locations. Kalyan is a hyper-local brand and its jewelry is carefully designed as per the regional sensibilities.
Brand Kalyan Jewellers is synonymous with the word trust.
Kalyan has a meaningful overseas presence as well. The brand has over 30 outlets in 4 countries across the Middle East.
It all started here in Thrissur in 1993. I still remember the first customer who walked into our showroom that day. By the grace of God,
millions of customers across markets. Kalyan Jewellers, the journey of trust continues. India is a diverse country. And we understand this diversity of cultures, heritages, and nuances when it comes to jewelry. Kalyan Jewellers, a company that understands the true diversity in this land and has established itself across both rural and urban locations. Kalyan is a hyper-local brand and its jewelry is carefully designed as per the regional sensibilities. A name that has entered the hearts of rural and semi-urban India through a unique pillar of business, My Kalyan.
माझा जन्म याच गावात झालाय आणि मी या समाजाचा एक घटक आहे. त्यामुळे आपल्यासारख्या संभाव्य ग्राहकांशी संपर्क साधून या आमच्या जवळच्या शोरूममध्ये त्यांना आमंत्रित करणं हेच माझं काम आहे.
My Kalyan customer service centers in rural and semi-urban India endeavor to touch base with around 1 crore households every year. They showcase the latest designs with a brochure, educate customers about gold purity, and customize packages according to requirements. Marketing communication is also region-specific and features relevant brand ambassadors for national, regional, or local appeal.
Namaskar, this is Amitabh Bachchan. I have been associated with Kalyan Jewellers for the past 8 years now. When the brand first approached me, they were already a well-established player in South India and were looking at expanding outside the region. I came on board when the brand was at the cusp of that new and exciting growth journey and inaugurated their first showroom in Gujarat. Since then, I've had the privilege of launching many of their stores across India and the Middle East. The Kalyan brand is built on the core values of trust and transparency. The marketing campaigns highlighting Kalyan's core strengths, which included clarity in gold pricing, transparency in old gold exchange, and the purity of gold. It is no surprise then that today, brand Kalyan Jewellers is synonymous with the word trust.
Kalyan has a meaningful overseas presence as well. The brand has over 30 outlets in 4 countries across the Middle East.
it all started here in Thrissur in 1993. I still remember the first customer who walked into our showroom that day. By the grace of God and because of the trust that our patrons have shown in us,
millions of customers across markets. Kalyan Jewellers, the journey of trust continues.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that round of applause could be louder. Another reason to smile is that we have house full, and I think we all know why it is house full, because we all here to listen to someone really special. Every successful business has an interesting story behind it, of course. At Innovate Talks, this is what we have been witnessing. Now we are about to listen to a story being told on how an empire was built brick by brick from 1 to 250 stores. Yes, of course, we can continue that round of applause. The Kalyan story, we call it. The man who created history is here today to narrate this story himself. After really long, it gives me immense pleasure to say that I'm really going to take the name that needs no introduction. Who in the business doesn't know the name, and who in the business would not want to know the story? So here it is, handing over to our esteemed speaker, the man himself, Executive Director, Kalyan Jewellers, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rajesh Kalyan Raman.
Good afternoon, friends. You spoke very well, actually. In fact, I became a bit sentimental when you told right from the first shop to where we have reached today. It's a lot of emotions, because we did not think that we will be there in this position. Yeah. Thank you. And what I would like to tell all the youngsters here is that if we can reach where we are here today, it is extremely easy for each and every one of you to replicate what we have done. Because when I go through what we have done, it is very easy actually, because we have not done anything phenomenally different, just like what Apple, Steve Jobs, he did some new phone technology, or he brought in something which is not there in the world. We were a very normal Brahmin business family, and my father was into textile. When I entered the business, it was 1993. I was in my first BCom, and in Kerala, of course, the advantage is that there are a lot of strikes. So, whenever there was a strike, about strike बोलेगा तो you will not understand. 365 days में 100 days तो college नहीं होता है. बाकी 265 days में minimum 120 days strike होता है. So what we used to do is, immediately when the strike was declared, I had a Yamaha bike, and straight I used to go to the shop. So if you ask if you have done anything wrong, maybe if it is today, I would not have done the same thing. But that time, I was in an English medium school and called Harisri Vidyanidhi. And Kerala, in Trichur, there were two colleges. One was Kerala and one was St. Thomas. And somehow the students, my friendship was with different type of students and youngsters. And when I came here, somehow I didn't feel that same attachment, because it was a completely different type of a crowd. So that was one advantage actually. So I used to go straight to the shop. And 1993, April 8th, we started the first showroom. And I joined Kerala College in the same time, that is May 8th. So from that time onwards, I could be there with father. And for the first 3 years, I was there in the shop. And for him and for me, it was the first time jewelry business because we were into textile. So the advantage was that I could learn with my father as to how the trade is. And then it is history. I don't want to bore you more about all this, but there are a lot of things that we did at one point of time because whenever we think about the past, I also get a bit sentimental because it was not easy. There were a lot of issues because right from the government, at that time there was 8% tax. And bill mein hi hum kaam karta tha. Now, I don't know whether it is correct to tell in an audience, but I don't want to tell that very frankly, but that was a different time at that point of time. And sales tax officers, income tax officers, bureaucracy was very tough. And then when you move to your staff, it was because since you are also new in the field, you wanted to listen to them about what they have done earlier. But one thing which I clearly, if I tell you 3-4 things which we did different. First thing is that at that point of time, jewelers do not stock goods. They were taking by order. But my father was very clear कि हमको स्टॉक कर उससे सेल करने का तो ही हमको डिफरेंशिएशन आएगा. वो तो फर्स्ट डिफरेंशिएशन था when we look back. Number 2, the margins were all in grams. कि 20 रुपीस में है, हमको 40 रुपीस में सेल. पिताजी बहुत क्लियर था कि हमको परसेंटेज में आना चाहिए because gold rates are fluctuating and we are paying in percentage because that was time wastage था. So that was also very clear. Number 3, we were not ready to compromise on quality because that time Nellore item 75 touch में आता था, Bombay item 84 touch में आता था, Kerala item 88 touch में आता था. But we were very clear, हमको एक ही standard quality चाहिए. So that we insisted. And Nellore item बोलेगा तो I don't know if people have seen that item. It is not there in the stall anymore actually. Because that type of item में stone ही profit है. 40% तक stone है उसमें. And they used to tell 5% stone है. वैसा ही बेचा था. We did not do that right from day one. So that was the differentiation that we did. And another important thing is that we have also faced competition. Because competition बोलेगा तो वो time में हमारे पास भी we started with 33 kilos of gold. And there are times when there was a time after 4 years when our sale went well, competition started with say 75 kilos of gold. So we are in no comparison. First few days it was very bad. In fact, I still don't want to mention his name, but when that person came to our shop, I did not stand from my chair. मेरे को मन में था कि he destroyed our business, why we should talk to him. But my father told you did a wrong thing, Rajesh. You should respect people for what they are. And then I felt sad. Then next time, वो change हो गया. I don't want to bore you up. But what I am trying to tell you is that whatever internal struggles we have, our virtues and values should not change. That was what Father taught us. Because only then you can improve as a person. And what I have also understood is that competition is very important, both in family, outside family, within staff, within competitors, because you try to grow better and bigger. So whenever we do business, according to me, and that is one thing which I like in IAGS, because all of us opposite the counter also we compete with each other because you want to sell at a higher rate, we want to buy at a lower rate. Between these stalls also, you want to sell to us, we want to buy from him. So that competition is there. But the advantage is that the competition is there only in business. on a friendship level, today our closest competitors are my best friends. Because on a personal front, we are all very close. Because you should try to keep your personal and business separately. That is one thing which, because otherwise the problem is not for others, it is for yourself. Because wherever you go, you are meeting them only. In the trade, पूरा उससे ही बातचीत होता है. But another important thing is that you should have your value system. And वो नहीं change करने का. Because we are vegetarians, non-alcoholic. When I went to for MBA, कोयम्बतूर में जाता है तो सब होता है. But when you don't want to indulge in it, it is not because of somebody has told you. It is because you come from a tradition. And that tradition you need to maintain. And that thought, if you can give it to your family and to your employees, 101% उससे ऊपर कुछ भी नहीं है. And another important thing which maybe looking forward or looking backward, if I can see, is that you need to maintain relationship, be it in business or family or friendship, because relationship say you are there in the ground and you can know what is happening. Otherwise, if for example high bike आई है, if, and that is not easy, because people, everybody is intelligent. They will only talk to you, they will assess you first if you are welcoming ideas. And if you are ready to welcome ideas only, they will want to do, they will be frank with you. So that is something that you always need to do, because in fact, by God's grace, I could meet Kumar Mangalam Birla and his family, because they had come to Ayodhya. And if with this, maybe we'll go to the presentation, but I will end with this, that हम सब एक ही है. So वो education का time में, whenever we go to a speech competition or when somebody asks blow your trumpet, ऐसा competition था, जैसा ऐसा you have to just blow your trumpet and tell all fancy things. So वो टाइम में मेरे को याद है कि मैं बोला है कि हमको टाटा बिरला के साथ हमको डिनर में बैठने का. वो टाइम में हम ऐसा बोला है. I clearly remember. So now when we were there in Ayodhya and when we met the family, they were also there, and I told we are from jewelry trade and we welcome you to our trade. So he told okay. And आपको किधर दुकान है? तो मैं बोला कि हमको बहुत जगह दुकान है सर. So he asked where all? Then I told sir we are from Kalyan Jewellers. Immediately the full family turned and उसका बेटी से हमसे बात किया, sir I have heard a lot about you, and they started talking to the father also actually, and he openly told sir I have heard about your brand and you have created a marvelous story. So that was a very defining moment in my personal life, because people whom we know have got so much tradition and have got so much values. वो भी हम जैसा नॉर्मल आदमी अच्छा काम करेगा ना, वो भी हमको रेस्पेक्ट करेगा. तो वो आप ऑलवेज आप यही देखने का, और दूसरा डर नहीं होने का, बिकॉज नो बडी, एवरीबडी इज बॉर्न विथ 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, 2 hands and 2 legs. Okay, whether it is Ambani, whether it is Adani, whether it is Birla, whether it is X, Y, Z, me, you, everybody. तो क्या है, मिनी इधर उधर जाता है तो बोलता है कि ये आएगा सर क्या होगा, वो आएगा क्या होगा. हम बोलता है कि भाई ये तो बड़ा ट्रेड है. whoever is coming will only glorify our trade. Trade will only go from X to Y, Y to Z. As long as you are part of the trade, you will always succeed. So that is one thing which all of us need to understand, that कोई भी है आपको 2% में मिलता है. एक्चुअली मैं आपका काउंटर में आएगा तो दूसरा बोलेगा, बट फ्रैंकली बोलता है आपको 2 टच में आता है. हम आपको कौन भी है, कल्याण भी है, एक्स भी है, वाई भी है, आपको 2% प्रॉफिट चाहिए, आपको 3 में पूछेगा. यू शुड नॉट बी बाउड डाउन बाय द ब्रांड. if you have confidence in your product, you should talk about your product and you should tell why उसको में इतना value है. And if you have to do it, you have to be confident about your product. How you can be confident about your product? You should be very careful about how you design the product, about the employees who are doing, about the delivery, about the stone weight, about the finish, about the quality. ये सब, if you are sure, you are confident about yourself. If you are confident about yourself, let me be very clear to you. If you yourself are not confident about yourself and your product, how can your staff be? And how can you sell it to a customer? So that is something that you need to be very careful about. You have to decide कि हमको इतना मिलने का, हमको इतना रोटेशन मिलेगा, हमको इतना इतना काम है, इधर उधर स्टक है, वो एक एक्सेल शीट बनाकर बैठने का, और उसके बाद ही हम even tomorrow I am coming, whoever is coming, if you are not confident or if you don't make it, you should not touch, because it is a waste. So that is my what sentiment which I would like to echo. They have asked me to just show you what we are today. I think most of you know us. So actually इसमें ये trade में इसका ज़रूरत नहीं है, but just I will take 2 minutes to just show that slide to people who don't know about our corporate, because most of us know us, our purchase team, our corporate setup and what we are doing in the organizational structure. I think we have not disclosed before, so we will use this slide. So by God's grace, today we have reached this stage where we are one of the largest jewelry companies, and as I told you, most of this is based on the product and the value system. And my great-grandfather, my grandfather, my father, my brother. So we are actually doing business for more than 3-4 generations. But jewelry में हम पहला बार आया 1993 में, काली पिताजी लेकर आया jewelry का. And every year has been very different for us, because this is there in our website also. So, and if you ask me sentimentally, I could remember our Trichur showroom when she was talking, and then Palghat showroom, because पिताजी को था कि एक दुकान हमको, मेरे को और एक दुकान भाई को देने का है. That is why we started in Palghat. And after that, Coimbatore was because of me, because I studied in Bharatiyar University in Coimbatore, and I told him that Kerala se, that's also another big market, but in Coimbatore we struggled actually, because Kerala somehow God was kind to us, and right from the starting day it clicked. Showroom was full, and I still remember there are our purchase team here कि इतना touchwood crowd था कि morning 10 o'clock से रात 7 o'clock तक fully है, and we had 30-40 staff, उसके ज़्यादा काउंटर में stand नहीं होता है, and वो लंच के 3 o'clock 3:15 टाइम में जाता है. अभी मणि Paulson, everybody are here, and but the customer would have come and sat. So what I used to do is that we know that it is not correct for us to go and call them. At the same time, the customer is waiting. So what I used to do is, एक बैक डोर है, जस्ट वो बैक डोर जाएगा और जस्ट ऐसा देखेगा. Immediately वो जो, I still remember, who was having lunch, they used to just grab the lunch and tell, Rajesh bhai, हो गया, I am coming. Because I was feeling bad to ask them to finish their lunch and come. But they knew that and they used to come. So that was the bonding that we had with our staff. And whenever father used to tell कि वो time में अभी नहीं करता है, but you have to be there till the closing and you have to take the key to your house, because then they will also feel that you are involved. कि just जो भी youngsters, in fact my son is also studying in US, so something that I would also like to tell him, whether he follows or not I don't know, but within half an hour your staff, your supplier, your customer will know whether you are serious, whether you know about the product, and whether you are worth talking to. तो वो कैसा वो learn करना, you have to be one of them. If there is one thing which I can proudly tell, राजेश भाई तुम क्या अचीव किया, हमारा दुकान में कैशियर, बिलिंग स्टाफ, ओल्ड गोल्ड का आदमी, सेल्समैन, वॉचमैन, बॉय, ये सब मैं बनाया है. और आज भी एक आदमी लीव है, मैं शोरूम में है, आई कैन डू इट. If we are not able to do this, whatever you tell, they know you don't know it and you have not done it. So maybe in today's times, whether I am wrong, I don't know, because today it is all professional team and बोलता है कि all specification है, इसको ये काम करना चाहिए, उसको वो करना चाहिए, उसको ये काम करना चाहिए, don't barge into this room, don't do this. But according to me, maybe we did not have the advantage of doing all that because we were a very small organization. But because we did not do that, today we know all parts of the trade. So इधर टच करेगा किधर ऊपर हो जाएगा हमको मालूम है. And earlier हमारा जब भी पालघाट शोरूम में हमारा we had 2 showrooms. So if there was a manager interview or if you want to promote somebody, if it is 6 o'clock, we will just tell him कि उधर 2 किलो का सेल हुआ. आप just एक पेपर देकर what all items have sold you right and you take a printout and compare. 90% से ऊपर करेक्ट नहीं है, उसको इंटरव्यू पास नहीं है. डाटा नहीं चाहिए, डाटा पूरा इधर रजिस्टर है. That was the advantage of Kalyan. And today, if you ask us what is our biggest asset, कि राजेश भाई एक आदमी इधर बाहर बोला कि राजेश भाई कभी 75,000 करोड़ होगा, कभी ये होगा, वो होगा, वो सब, it is all according to me. I should not tell this, but between us, it is all paper. Okay. Actually, our asset is our staff. And proudly we can tell that they know what to talk, what to do, how to take the company to the next level. If all of you can create that, that is the first step for you to increase the growth or turnover of the business. And ये showroom का number थोड़ा change हो गया. We got 252 showrooms now, and by the grace of God, this is going to be one of our most highly growth years. We are planning 130 showrooms this year. Yeah. So 80 showrooms for Kalyan Jewellers, 30-40 showrooms for Candier. Middle East also we are planning some showrooms. And of course, all of this, today everything is very important. In fact, personally I was in charge. Father had divided the work, and he had, because Ramesh Bhai entered after 3 years when I went for MBA, Bariyar University. That time Ramesh entered the business, and once I came back, then we divided our works. So I am in charge of purchase and accounts, and he is in charge of showroom management staff. And what we do is, father looks after everything, and every week, every Saturday, we jointly have a meeting, and we discuss what all happened in that week and whether क्या miss हुआ है and क्या दूसरा हमको करना चाहिए. So that is something that we still continue, because there has to be a wholeness to your activity. At the same time, once you grow your business, you cannot keep doing everything. So there are, in fact, most of the suppliers even or vendors don't know even Ramesh. He has not come, and he does not come here. I don't know many of his brand ambassadors or the showroom staff or many people. But whether it is wrong, actually you should avoid it for a long time. But once you understand that it is not possible, it is better to avoid, because उसको clarity मिलेगा. जो भी आपसे डीलिंग करता है कि द बक स्टॉप्स विथ यू. सो I think that whenever it is required, in fact, I have seen in most of the vendor families कि एक आदमी प्रोडक्शन का चार्ज है, एक मार्केटिंग है, एक लूक्स डायमंड है, तो that is good because but at the same time there should be a relationship between each of us. And India, in fact, I am always very happy when I talk of the industry because we were, if you ask us, in fact, that is one of the topics that, madam, you had told us that what did we do? Actually, we were there in the right bus at the right time. The industry that we chose, God is great to us because jewelry, आप क्या भी इंडस्ट्री देखो ना, अभी वी वांटेड टू स्टार्ट डाइवर्सिफिकेशन में कुछ चूज करने का, कैसा भी हम देखता है ज्वेलरी का एडवांटेज नहीं मिलता है बिकॉज ज्वेलरी में क्या क्या एडवांटेज है, वी नीड टू जस्ट recollect. First advantage, only product you can tell has been there centuries before and will be there centuries after. आप दूसरा क्या भी टेक्नोलॉजी प्रोडक्ट या कुछ देखेगा, वो टेक्नोलॉजी होना चाहिए ना. ज्वेलरी में 100% वी आर कॉन्फिडेंट दैट दिस टेक्नोलॉजी दिस इज गोइंग टू बी देयर. नंबर 2, द ग्रेटेस्ट एडवांटेज इन ज्वेलरी कि it is both an investment as well as a fashion wear. कि आदमी लोग दो टाइप का सोचता है कि एक तो ये एक्सपेंस है, एक तो इन्वेस्टमेंट है. क्या भी देखेगा ना ज्वेलरी में आ गया. इनफैक्ट अभी पिताजी को एक बार once this paper gold was introduced, they had തിരുപ്പി കൂപ്പറേൻ ഞാൻ सेशनली കൂപ്പറേൻ. या सो पिताजी को क्या हुआ था कि एक टाइम ये पेपर गोल्ड का जब ये लॉन्च किया था बीएसई में, बहुत आदमी ने बैठा था. बीएसई का चेयरमैन बैठा है, एचडीएफसी का चेयरमैन बैठा है, एसबीआई का, हम लोन लिया है एसबीआई से तो हमको उसको सलाम मारना पड़ेगा. एसबीआई का एमडी बैठा है और वो सब बोलता है कि गोल्ड चला गया, अभी पूरा पेपर गोल्ड में आओ, पेपर गोल्ड इज द फ्यूचर, पेपर गोल्ड इज द फ्यूचर. तो हमको भी अच्छा नहीं लगा कि हमारा इंडस्ट्री में ऐसा बोलता है, हमको इधर बैठा है अभी ये नोबडी एल्स इज देयर फ्रॉम द ट्रेड, तो हमको उसको रॉन्ग भी नहीं बोल सकता है क्योंकि बड़ा आदमी बैठा है. तो हम क्या ली, पिताजी एक ही बात बोला, बहुत करेक्ट है, वेरी इंटेलिजेंट पीपल आर सिटिंग, 100% दे आर करेक्ट, बट द ओनली होप आई एम हैविंग इज दैट पेपर गले में डालकर जा नहीं सकता है उसके लिए गोल्ड चाहिए, प्रोडक्ट चाहिए. उसमें इतना क्लैप हुआ कि घुसा गया से बेचारा उसको. एंड टुडे इफ यू सी बोथ आर को एग्जिस्टिंग. ज्वेलरी किधर भी नहीं गया, पेपर गोल्ड आता ही है, वो तो म्यूचुअल फंड में बैठा है. हमारा इंडस्ट्री तो सर्वाइव ही होता है. वैसा ही द नेक्स्ट ग्रेटेस्ट एडवांटेज इज दैट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रियल एस्टेट में क्या एडवांटेज है कि आप एक अच्छा लैंड परचेज करेगा, वो एरिया डेवलप हो जाएगा, आपका लैंड का प्राइस अप्रिशिएट होगा. ज्वेलरी में क्या एडवांटेज है, आप करेक्ट रिलेशनशिप स्ट्राइक करेगा और करेक्ट इकोसिस्टम बनाएगा. वो एक अच्छा मैंगो ट्री जैसा है, एवरी ईयर उसमें मैंगो आएगा, जस्ट पकड़ने का है. तो पिताजी हमको कभी भी, हम दूसरा पैसा कुछ ऐसा देखता है वैसा देखता है, एक ही बात बोलता है, खाली मैंगो को लियो, वो जो पेड़ है उसको नहीं काटो तो कभी भी हमारे इन्वेस्टमेंट से हम पैसा वापस, क्योंकि ज्वेलरी इंडस्ट्री में, फोर्थ ज्वेलरी इंडस्ट्री में फेलियर हुआ, आप सर्च करो ना, फेल करने के लिए कोशिश करना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो फेल नहीं होगा ये चारों ज्वेलरी सेक्टर का ये एडवांटेज है. और इसमें खाली हम ये देखने का कि जो पैसा डाला उसमें आप लोन भी, मैं आपको फ्रैंकली बताने का टाइम में, आप जब भी ग्रो होता है वो टाइम में लोन भी लेना, इट इज़ नॉट बैड. बट वो लोन क्यों लेना बैड है बोलता है कि वो पैसा उसके बाद आप गाड़ी में, घर में चलाएगा तो मुश्किल है, वो व्यापार में आप डालेगा मैं अभी बोलता है ना, कितना भी आप लेकर डालो ना, वो बेनिफिट ही मिलेगा आपको, क्योंकि इतना डिमांड है उधर. और दूसरा लास्ट थिंग इज डिमांड. डिमांड इज ऑलवेज देयर एंड सप्लाई इज ऑलवेज देयर. द इकोसिस्टम इज देयर. एंड आपको खाली नहीं सोचने का, इधर आकर ओपन माइंड से आप घुमाएगा ना, सभी आदमी बोलेगा राजेश भाई क्या डिजाइनर है, वो डिजाइनर बोलता है. बहुत डिजाइनर है हमारे पास, है थोड़ा डिजाइनर है, लेकिन हमारा डिजाइनर लोग इधर बैठा है. हम इधर उसके साथ आएगा, इधर से ही हमको आइडिया मिल जाता है. तो that is the greatest advantage of the industry. So if you want to tell, all of us are lucky that we have chosen this industry, and as long as we are transparent and honest, we will go in full speed. and कोई भी आएगा ना भाई, 1000 की आपका पास 50 किलो है, 1000 किलो का होलसेलर है, आप सोचने का ही नहीं है, आप वीक ही नहीं है. और जैसा आप रिलेशनशिप मेंटेन करेगा ना, हमारा बात बोलता है, आपको ऑलवेज एंट्री रहेगा, क्योंकि आप खाली अच्छा काम करने का. बिकॉज इट इज ऑल अ डिजाइनर प्रोडक्ट. तो एंड ऑफ कोर्स ये सब तो रिटेल एक्सपीरियंस ये सब चाहिए. हाँ वही बस. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स ये सब जो ब्रांड एम्बेसडर है वो मार्केटिंग है. एक्चुअली मार्केटिंग इज समथिंग दैट ऑलवेज आई फाइट विथ माई ब्रदर कि उसका बजट ऊपर है, ये इतना नहीं करने का. बट क्या है, वो उसका स्टोरी बोलेगा, मेरा स्टोरी में नहीं बोलेगा. उसका स्टोरी क्या है कि राजेश तुमको ब्रांड अभी क्या ऐसा बोलेगा कि अभी आई एम अ नॉन अल्कोहलिक वेजिटेरियन, कि वो एकदम बढ़िया नहीं बोलता है. वेजिटेरियन नॉन अल्कोहलिक होने से इतना बढ़िया नहीं है, तुम अच्छा आदमी बनने का, तुम ये सब लिएगा तो भी चलेगा. वो फ्रैंकली बोलता है. लेकिन क्या है, अभी मैं मेरा स्कूल ग्रुप में लास्ट टाइम एक बियर बॉटल पकड़कर एक फोटो डाला, और उसको मैं सोचा कि इतना टाइम हो गया ना, वो लोग क्या बोलेगा, राजेश भाई वो ऐसा ही क्लोज कर कर रखो, मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम लिएगा बोलता है. तो वाई आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू दिस इज कि आप एक बार इमेज बना दिया ना, वो होता ही रहता है. लेकिन ये ब्रांड में एक प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ये पर्सनल और ब्रांड में क्या डिफरेंस है. दी ओशन इज ऑलवेज नॉट स्टिल, वेव्स आता ही रहता है, और नया कस्टमर आता है, ये आता है. तो वी नीड, जस्ट बिकॉज आप अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बनाया, अच्छा स्टाफ बनाया, अच्छा रिलेशनशिप बनाया, यू कैनॉट स्टॉप. वो जो आप चूज किया वो बढ़िया है, बट यू ऑलवेज हैव टू कीप वर्किंग ऑन दैट. उसका सन आ गया होगा, उससे भी बात करना पड़ेगा, उसका दूसरा स्टाफ आ गया होगा, प्रोडक्ट चेंज किया होगा. तो वो वर्चूस ऑलवेज आप चेंज कर कर बैठना पड़ेगा. नहीं है तो यू विल गो बैक. जस्ट बिकॉज यू हैव फर्स्ट टाइम यू हैव हिट इट, यू कैनॉट हिट इट ऑलवेज. सिमिलरली ये ब्रांड एम्बेसडर का वो बोलता है कि राजेश तुम्हारा नाम अभी है, हमको दूसरा शहर जाने का है, इधर जाने का है, वो छोड़ो ना. एंड आप नॉर्मल एडवर्टाइजमेंट करेगा. अभी मैं इधर बात किया, भगवान की कृपा से आप आया, लेकिन अभी इधर किसी एक आदमी इधर आया ना, ये एग्जीबिशन में आदमी पूरा खाली होगा, पूरा आदमी इधर होगा, क्योंकि उसका पीपल आर लाइक दैट, दे वांट टू सी ब्रांड. सो उसका सामने हम जाकर बैठेगा, हमारा नाम भी देखता है बस. ऑफ कोर्स ये सब माई कल्याण ऑल्सो हमारा है, लेकिन ये ऑडियंस में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है माई कल्याण. ये तो भाई आपका वो प्रोडक्ट थोड़ा है, वो थोड़ा लियो है. ये प्रोडक्ट का बारे में थोड़ा बात करेगा. इफ यू हैव थोड़ा एक 3-4 प्रोडक्ट इधर रखो भाई वो टेबल में. वो जस्ट एक लाइव, इफ देयर इज एनी यंगस्टर्स एक 2-3 साल से बिजनेस में एंटर किया, थोड़ा हाथ पक ओपन, यू प्लीज जस्ट कम हियर, नो प्लीज कम हियर. हेलो हेलो हेलो, ये हाथ में जस्ट पकड़कर इसका वेट और इसका स्टोन वेट बोलो. एक पेपर से जस्ट आप सबको लिखो. नहीं, वो अभी बोलने का नहीं है.
more paper, no?
Just you give her a paper. Approximately लिखिएगा. कितना stone है, कितना weight है.
बोलने का नहीं, खाली लिखने का. Write your name.
Is this a live examination?
Yes. He's checking that people in the industry how much they know about the business, and you should do everything. Just don't sit in the cabin and do everything. Go to the grassroots level.
Okay, our youngsters didn't know they were in for an examination. Surprise test, guys.
Pen. One more pen. Let somebody else also do that same piece. Why that piece?
Sir,
You write on this.
different pieces, different people.
Yeah. Let two people do that. Let two people do this.
तो जो just उसको उधर जाकर लिखो.
Sir,
Yeah.
your exam paper.
एक्चुअली क्या होता है, कभी भी हम शोरूम जाता है ना, हम ये भी करता है और थोड़ा प्रोडक्ट देखकर इसमें से कितना एज हो गया ये प्रोडक्ट गेस करने के बोलता है. एज या वी कैन गेस द एज ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. वो इज इट बिलो, ये तो सब आइटम है. ये ईसीएस्ट इज फॉर दिस मशीन बैंगल और दिस राजकोट आइटम, मोल्डिंग आइटम सब है ना. ऐसा कुछ प्रोडक्ट है, आप देखो ऐसा है तो वी कैन गेस द एज ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. नहीं उसको पूछो ना, एक 4 पीस. हाँ, इसमें देखना थोड़ा मुश्किल है एंटीक में. वो जो सीएनसी बैंगल है या रोडियम या मोल्डिंग आइटम है.
Let's make a half of it.
Yeah. वो 125. Okay, she has written 125. I have also written 120. And you have put 25 gram. I have put 20% stone. ओके, तो 110 ग्राम है, हम 120 लिखा था, वो भी 125 लिखा है. एंड स्टोन 20 ग्राम्स लिखा है, तो हम 20% स्टोन लिखा है, तो 24 ग्राम्स. एंड शी हैज़ रिटन 25 ग्राम्स, तो वो भी ठीक है. ये एक नहीं भाई, यू ब्रिंग 4-5 टाइप बैंगल्स और उसको ही पूछो, थोड़ा एक ट्रे में लेकर आओ और पुराना भाई सब मिक्स कर लेकर आने के बोलो.
और उसको भी इधर बुला लो.
हाँ, थोड़ा मिक्स कर लेकर आने के बोलो.
तो क्या कुछ क्वेश्चन?
और ये दूसरा नेकलेस का, हाँ उसका मेरा, हाँ ओके. आपका विच आई हैव रिटन दिस वन. ओके, इसका कितना वेट है? ओके, आई हैव रिटन 60. तो आई हैव रिटन 3%. सो हाउ मच आया है?
3% is
ओ 67 ग्राम आया और 7 ग्राम, तो 6 3 सर 18, तो 2 ग्राम. इसमें आप कितना लिखा? 10%. नहीं इसमें नहीं, इसमें कितना स्टोन है बोलो भाई. नहीं, कैरेट नहीं, ग्राम में बोलो. नहीं वो ग्राम में स्टोन कितना है? हाँ 6 3 सर 18, तो हम 3% लिखा है. Okay, so now what I wanted to tell, anyway, thank you for most of. I'm happy that you have also guessed it perfectly. Oh, 1 minute, we'll just see the age भी देखेगा. नहीं तो 2 मिनट वो लेकर आएगा. लेकिन नहीं, what I'm trying to tell all of you is that this is something that we need to always keep in our mind कि एक ये सब प्रोडक्शन का लेकर आया ना भाई, पुराना प्रोडक्ट भी है ना. ओके या यू जस्ट कम हियर, एक 4-5 आदमी आओ. हेलो
अजीत भाई, समथिंग लाइक दिस.
नहीं ये मशीन बंगड़ी लेकर आओ भाई. खाली मशीन बंगड़ी में हम बोल सकता है भाई. यू ब्रिंग वन पेपर. नहीं वो ये काफ़ी है.
ये अंदर से ही लाया.
Looking at the ease that this gentleman does his job, I feel like starting a jewelry brand of my own.
Are you trying to propose?
No, sir, not at all.
This can be a right platform. No, quickly
happy
acquire.
to be part of GJPC family and do the job I do, connect you people heart to heart, and that's I'm happy. Thank you, Nirav bhai, always here. So thank you. But yeah, he is actually inspiring, pretty inspiring.
I guess we could probably have the Shark Tank type of music just now. अपनी
you can all do it together. Okay. इसको आप
Okay, group project.
इसको आप ये आप हाथ में रखो और इसमें 15 डेज के लेस देन 15 डेज में बनाया हुआ प्रोडक्ट आप निकालो. नहीं आप बैठ कर करो, आराम से करो. नहीं है.
Okay, there is a challenge happening. Rajesh bhai is
जब भी
proposing
बनाया
something.
और 15 डेज के अंदर बनाया प्रोडक्ट.
So one person has said ये सारे नए and he said no.
एक मिनट भाई, ये 15 डेज के पहले ही बना, ये 15 डेज का लाइफ नहीं होगा ना इसका. ये कितना टाइम होगा ये प्रोडक्ट बनाकर?
स्टाइल नंबर से मालूम पड़ जाएगा कौन सा सीरीज चल.
नहीं वो स्टाइल का नहीं है भाई. जब भी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हुआ और ये काउंटर में आप रखा, इसका लाइफ आपको मालूम है?
कभी बनाया
आपको मालूम है? या तो वो विद इन 1 वीक है. ओके नाउ 1 मिनट. अभी आप 3 मंथ्स का पहले, मोर देन 6 मंथ्स का प्रोडक्ट चूज करें.
इतना तो हो ही नहीं सकता है. ना ये होएगा तो भी ना बोलेंगे.
नहीं वो आप बोलना चाहिए. 1 मिनट.
This is the oldest.
I think this is next generation show. Let's give a big hand.
The oldest because of the polish. Polish also, the series is 90,000.
Ma'am, you
the
like
new one is 95,000.
MBA नहीं चाहिए, प्रोडक्ट को जान के करने का.
इसमें ये दोनों में क्या ओल्डेस्ट है?
ये मैन्युफैक्चरर
करेक्ट है. एक्चुअली मेरा गेस एक्चुअली इसमें था एक्चुअली. लेकिन ये आप एक बार चेक कर करो, वापस आओ. मणि ಇದೊಂದು ನೋಕಿಯೇ ನೋಡುವ.
Money, you are the judge.
आपका സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ സംടൈംസ് റോങ് होगा.
Oh my God.
ഇതിലേ ഇതാണോ പഴയത് ഇതാണോ പഴയത് ഇത് ലൈറ്റ് നോക്കൂ ഇത് തന്നെയാണ് तो आप करेक्ट है. तो एक्चुअली डिस्टिंक्शन मिला आपको.
पहली बार.
तो एक्चुअली what we are just भाई एक्चुअली क्या है वो जस्ट एक एक्सरसाइज हम किया. ओके लाइव फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज हम किया. इसमें क्या है we need to sharpen our brains and we need to know looking at the product. Abhi I don't have time, but if you bring 5 state का ornament या 10 state का ornament वो भी कर सकता है, लेकिन आज टाइम का कमी है. You can bring 4-5 state का ornament, different type of ornament. वो भी एक 10 मिनट में हम we should anyway टाइम कमी है. What I'm trying to tell you is we should know which state ornament it is, where it will sell, how much gross weight it is there, कितना old है product. ये सब हमको मालूम होना चाहिए. कि हमको ये मालूम है, then we can tell it to our purchase department, we can tell it to our staff, and उससे ही actually we can grow the business. Because as I told you, ये फिल्म एक्टर कैसा फिल्म एक्टर बनता है. अभी पहले जैसे जस्ट बच्चन सर का सन ऐसा नहीं होता है. उसको ही हैज़ टू हैव ट्रेनिंग. उसका लुक से, उसका वॉक से, उसका जो बोलता है, वो डांस करता है. सिमिलरली हमको खाली आप 2 काम आपको मालूम है ना, नो बडी कैन बीट यू. 1, 2, 3 रिलेशनशिप. 1, 2, 3 रिलेशनशिप. ओके 3rd and 4th and 5th product and 6, 7, 8 costing. This if you are having in your mind, nobody can beat you in this trade. हम कल एक डायमंड एक we were there with one diamond supplier. तो उसका बेटा आया था. बोला कि राजेश भाई ये नया प्रोडक्ट है, ऐसा सब बोला. मैं उसको बोला कि भाई इसका सेटिंग क्या है. वो ऐसा देखा, उसका सेटिंग मालूम नहीं. वो कैसा वो प्रोडक्ट के बात नहीं करने का ना. मैं बोला उसको नेक्स्ट टाइम यू कम एंड इफ़ यू नो टेल अबाउट द सेटिंग आई विल गिव 100 पीस ऑर्डर. तो एनकरेज किया कि लेट हिम लर्न अबाउट द सेटिंग. तो so that is this is what we have done in our business and we are doing. And thank you. Thank you.
Well, I must say, hold on to your round of applause and clap only if you agree with me. Clap only if you agree with me. The gentleman has his mind and heart just like his product, made of pure gold. And right here in our midst, I think we all know, GJPC is a huge family. And we have one of the most important members of our family who is here to take this conversation further. Again, another name that needs no introduction. Do you all want to shout his name together? Yeah, that's the man. All right then, over to you, Nirabhai.
Hello. Good afternoon, friends. And thank you, Rajesh bhai. It was wonderful. When I thought of this series for our, especially the younger generation, I thought everybody should know how we have got successful people in this industry. Why go outside? Let's hear it from them. And when I called you and you were the first one immediately to say, yes, let's do. And in fact, he has given me so many ideas. While we were doing this, he would send me SMSs. Make this series interesting like this. Make this talk like this. Even this jewelry thing, last night he sent me. And I couldn't arrange, but he arranged it. So one round of applause for Rajesh bhai. Also Rajesh bhai, I think in 20-30 minutes, you have given so much knowledge to the people over here. I think an MBA class cannot give. I have made some pointers myself from this, what learnings I have got. I'll just go through it before we go to the next questions. So firstly, when he started talking about, he started to the presentation, he went back 30 years and he couldn't talk. He was so emotional. He went back to his roots and he saw how challenging it was, So that's the humbleness that he still has. We all know who are very close to Rajesh Bhai, we know that he's a very humble and kind person. But for whom it doesn't know, we could see that kind of emotion in him. It wasn't like a professional management lecture that he had come to give. He was talking right from the heart. Second thing that we got to know is that everybody is equal and everybody can do it. So you don't have to be somebody special or from some family or somebody, Tata Birla. But we all over here, if we do the right things, we all can aspire and really build something like this. One very important thing that I noticed in his speech was, maybe Rajesh was spoken one time, but my father was spoken at least 30 times. Every sentence he remembered the learnings of his father, what his father taught him, the challenges that his father overcame. So it's really unbelievable that today also, everything that he is doing, he's giving the credit to his father for whatever he is today or whatever they have built today. So that's the values that he has built, and that he's telling that everybody should have those values. One other thing is that however challenging it is, we should not waver from our ethics. No shortcut in business. Stick to the ethics that we have, and finally it will pay off. Shortcuts will not, immediately you might see some gains, but in the longer run, only ethics will pay off. Also, we must learn the trade, not just sit in the office, look at Excel or computers. Do everything right from the beginning, right from opening the office to your safe, and everything right about the product that we saw, the intensity that he was explaining with. Also, please treat all the employees with a lot of respect. They are the ones who is building this company. So we must look after our employees. And one very important message that he gave us is that we are all blessed to be in the right industry. This industry is like none other, is supreme in many, many different ways, which he told us about. So in 20-30 minutes, it was an MBA class for all of us, and even an MBA class will not give us this. So thank you, Rajesh Bhai. Now, coming to some questions that I have prepared. So what I am trying to do is, I'm not a professional moderator, so please forgive me. But what I'm trying to do is, trying to know Rajesh Bhai as a person. We all know Rajesh Kalyan as a businessman, Kalyan Jewellers. People close to him know him, but let's hear it for the audience. So, you are such a busy man. 250 showrooms you are managing, but still we see you everywhere. You are, anybody calling you, any opening, any seminar. I have called you at least 15 times for GJ EPC work, and you are there. You respond to my WhatsApp in 1 minute. You pick up my call every time. So what is a typical day in the life of Rajesh Kalyanaraman?
In fact, I sleep very early. 9:30, 9:45, I am in bed. I get up by 5:45. In fact, one of my friends are sitting here who is a supplier. The rarest time I was there up to 12:30, 1 o'clock was last time in Bombay. But usko chodkar I have not been late. It is very important to look after your health because especially in business, we are into hectic lives. And I believe that father has done yoga for almost 45, 50 years now. But I am into gymming, I have a trainer, and I also believe in reading newspaper. Somehow I am not comfortable with online news. So every day morning from 6 to 7 o'clock, I read 4 newspapers. And at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, I do gymming. From 8 to 8:45, earlier we were in one house, but now my brother and father are living in adjacent houses. So we go there, and from 8 to 8:45, we spend time with family. That is my mother and my sister, all of them come there. So we are together. And 8:45 I come back, and I have now started Isha Yoga's meditation because I am feeling very relieved, because I think people who have not tried meditation, we should do it, because especially people who are into business and hectic lifestyles, it is told that we don't sleep. Even if we are 100%, we are sleeping for 6 to 7 hours, our body is not fully asleep. But if you do meditation, your concentration increases, and days when you are tired after meditation, you become completely different human being. So you will get angry, but एक minute में you will realize that you are getting angry and you will come back. So at least I am a starter. I have done it for 2 years now, and after that I get ready and we have a puja because we are a Brahmin family. 20 minutes, and 10:45 to 11 o'clock I have brunch, and by 11:30 I am in office. In fact, I somehow try to reach by 11:30 because my father reaches there exactly at that time. And every day for so many years now, एक ही पूछता है, राजेश और रमेश आया? So somehow I try to reach the office. And if you ask me how I am able to respond and all, maybe Ramesh and father, they have very systematic style of working. That is appointments, weekly diya hoga, correct time mein meeting start chop karega. And if we call them also, father now is semi-retired because he is leaving by 3 o'clock. But if we call also, they will feel bad कि disturb किया, दूसरा आदमी बैठा है. But मेरे को इसमें कैसा जेल होने का, because if I am also doing like that, I feel very difficult. They want me sometimes. So my schedule is free. Whenever I am not called for all these, I do my work. So that is one way which I deal with things. And another important, in fact, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I don't have a fixed routine kind of a life. Emails I check and reply, at least try to do it every day, at least once, if not every day, at least twice, in 2 days once at least I will do. Other than that, calls, WhatsApp, immediately I try to respond. And mainly I don't interfere in daily operations. Because purchase or payment or stock, if it is getting stuck somewhere, or accounts ka ye kam, I never get stuck. And by God's grace, as I told you, the greatest strength is our staff. Because our core team, we have about 300 employees who are there for more than 22 years with us, the core team. So even if I just look like this, they know what I want. So वो तो एकदम भगवान का कृपा से एकदम एक advantage है. And by 6:45, 7, I leave. And then one thing which Maya, my wife, always complains is that I come a bit and I do my activity, and maybe half an hour I watch television and then go to bed. So one thing I want to change is I want to spend more time with family. Because usme that is, of course, with my father and sister I am doing, but my immediate family, my son, my daughter, the problem is that when I sit there, they are busy, they are not coming. So uska time se main nahi hota hai. So that is one thing which I would like to improve in my lifestyle. Saturdays we have a joint meeting, and Sunday I am totally free. Sunday I take 1 day full break.
Good to know your typical day and how you manage life and work. Rajesh bhai, you are managing such a big empire, and I'm sure there are a lot of challenges in life while you are doing this. If one biggest challenge that comes to your mind and how you overcame it?
That is, of course, challenges. In fact, there was some other person who asked about this. I was lucky to go to IIT Delhi because we were discussing about a problem. So, and my son, I was very proud of him because he told, why we are discussing? Let us go to IIT Delhi and get the best minds to discuss about it. And we conducted a hackathon. And there something similar was asked, where I told them that Bhagwan ka kripa se every problem is an opportunity. But we should realize it in order to understand the opportunity standing behind. In fact, abhi bahut din ho gaya, but I am confident to talk about it. For example, but you need to know where to stop, because there was this demonetization. I am very free with people, so I don't mind talking. All of us know what it was to the jewelry segment. Okay. I was already in my house when calls started coming. and Ramesh called me, Rajesh, aisa hai, what to do? I told, give me some time. And I called my auditor, I called my father. Then I have 1 or 2 friend circle. Income tax also I know people. Rajesh bhai, 12 o'clock तक पैन कार्ड के साथ आप जो भी सेल करेगा ना वो लीगल है. We opened the showroom. Marvelous sales we did. And we were careful enough to close the showroom exactly at 11:45. And the struggle, what you told was to choose. ये wrong है, लेकिन वो there's an opportunity. तो up to where can we run and where should we stop? Because हम तो business people है. घर में बैठ सकता है, लेकिन ये व्यापार है ना बाहर, वो भी देखना पड़ेगा. But we have to stop. And for the next 3 days, I have not come home. We had inspections in about 38 locations. Income tax, sale tax, customs, DRI, इतना आदमी आया सब जगह से, लेकिन भगवान का कृपा से 5 ग्राम भी हमको टैक्स नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि every document was perfect. And ये जब भी, in fact, youngsters today, you don't, भगवान के कृपा से ऐसा ही होने दो, ये एनफोर्समेंट या ये अथॉरिटीज़ का क्या पावर है वो मालूम नहीं है सबको, हमको मालूम है. बिकॉज यू कैनॉट टॉक, यू नीड टू गिव द पेपर विद इन 10 मिनट्स. इफ यू, इसको साइकोलॉजी है, कुछ पूछेगा ना 15 मिनट्स में आप इमीडिएटली यू हैव टू रेस्पॉन्ड. ऑडिटर को पूछेगा नहीं है, immediately you have to respond. And within 15 minutes, if you are not able to give the paper, whatever paper you give after 3 hours, no, they will think that you have made it.
Manipulated.
So that is the challenge. इतना दुकान से फोन आया, इतना दुकान से ये आया, 3 फोन रखा, और we did it. So thanks to all of our account staff. And so that was, according to me, personally it was a big challenge that time.
So now we are short of time, so we'll go fast. So now there are some rapid fire questions. You don't have to think. Whatever comes to your mind, we need fast answer. You don't have time at all. It's okay. So 3 words that describe you.
Honest. I feel I'm honest.
Yeah. 3 words. We need 3.
Okay. Love, honesty, transparent.
Okay. 3 competitor companies you admire the most.
Actually, there are a lot of them. It will be bad if I tell 3 names. Most of the competitors, because I'll just talk 2 minutes. सबका पास एक advantage रहता है. Even if it is your competitor, no, you have to accept that in your heart, and you need to see how you can overcome that. In fact, when I was sitting there, some of my friends asked, Rajesh, you are थोड़ा बबली है, क्या हो गया? तो मैं बोला कि 3-4 कॉम्प्यूटर का स्ट्रेंथ मेरे को मिल गया यार, वो थोड़ा हमको पकड़ने का है.
Okay.
बोला था ना.
3 individuals who had a profound impact on your life.
My father, first, 100%, because I completely trust him, and he is one of the most down-to-earth and honest people I have seen. And so I should stop there because it's a rapid-fire question. And my teacher, Nalini Chandran, where I did my first to 12th, I think. And 101%, one name which proudly I would like to tell is Modi ji, undoubtedly.
3 of your favorite actresses.
बहुत एक्ट्रेस है ना.
3 चाहिए, 3 जो नाम पहला 3 आता है, जिसमें आंख एकदम चमकने लगता है.
अनुष्का शर्मा, I like her. Then Katrina also, and
South Indian भी चलेगा.
Sridevi, earlier Sridevi था.
3 words of advice for the young people who are there in this room.
I think now they will kick me out. I have given lot of advice.
Okay. Okay. One hidden talent that we don't know about you. Singing, dancing, anything that you are doing which we are not aware of. One secret.
I think I'm very open person. I think everybody knows most of
No,
everything
that's why he
about me.
knows something that
No,
you
I
don't.
am very hurt. I get happy and I get sad very fast, actually.
Okay, so that's all from me. And one or two questions we'll take, but we'll have to wrap up fast. So if anybody has, please, one or two questions. Anyways, he's given us so much information and so much knowledge today. I think
The time is very short. Rajesh bhai, I think you've explained in everything. You're an open book. There is no doubt with that. I just want to understand how was your childhood? Because I think after your college, you have joined the business. But how was your childhood and what impact you had in your childhood? What you were thinking when you were a child, what you wanted to become, and how did you, like after coming to jewelry, because that was not your destiny, right? You have come in business because Papa have come. Appa have come. What you wanted to become in childhood and how was your destiny? What you was doing?
I always wanted to enter business, and it is not something which will be admired on stage, but I always wanted to make a lot of money here. It is not something that people want to share, but था मन में ये टाटा बिरला को देखकर ऐसा I was in awe actually. And one thing in my childhood which stands out is the relationship with my cousins and how I was bonded with our showroom. Because when we were having textile showroom, even when I was in 6th, 7th, father used to take us there. And वो बोलता था कि if we were there, वो मसाल डोसा बोलता है उधर केरला में. इधर अभी तो सब जगह मिलता है और हमको उधर लेकर जाता है इवनिंग में. तो हम वो इंटरेस्ट से शोरूम जाता था. तो and we could learn a lot of things. So actually, and we were very bonded. And वो time से हम जैसा वो competitor सा पूछा इसलिए I was trying to avoid because we were very close. In fact, we used to go. My father used to go to purchase with the same competitors. So the distinct thing in my childhood which I remember is how as cousins we were together, how we were going to showrooms, and I always wanted to take our business to the next level. That was always there.
I have one small question, Rajeshji, for you here. This is the last one, but I think this is exciting for me always. How was your first interaction with Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji?
Amitabh Bachchan is a legend. Undoubtedly, he is a legend. Because when our ad agency had suggested him, they had clearly told that he is the best, but you will not get him, sir. So let us try the next. But we were starting from south. Our next showroom was in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad. So somehow we wanted to get him. So we told them that we want to meet you, and many people will not know, but I am 100% telling you today maybe he would have changed. I am sorry, but he may have changed because, but when we associated with him at that point of time, money was totally secondary. And because everybody wanted to work with him, he would pick up whom he wanted to work with. And he gave us time, and as a family, all of us went there, and we just told him who we are, what we are. And वो बोला था कि थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा सर ये रिजल्ट मिलने का. वो मीटिंग का टाइम में वो बोला, sir, I want to associate with you. So as long as, that's what I told you, because nothing, your face, your words, nothing can hide them. Because now you know, I think you know that I am talking very freely to you. वो तो, however I try to express some things which are not true, no? थोड़ा आप ध्यान रखिएगा, आपको ऐसा मालूम हो जाएगा. तो maybe he liked the way we mixed with him, and today everything is history. Because otherwise I think the association with Bachchan sir goes a very long way in us becoming a national brand today. Because in fact I was there somewhere. मोदी जी साहब को हम मिला है गुजरात में इलेक्शन, वो पीएम बनने का पहले. वो टाइम में मीटिंग में वो हमको, I have to tell this now, he told us, you getting Bachchan sir was your biggest victory. So it has come from none other than our Prime Minister. So I appreciate you for thinking about it.
So I think
I am only saying this because I have worked with him once upon a time. So I exactly know how he is, and the way he talks, the way he relates, the way he chooses things, and the epic, he is impeccably professional. So hence that stuck to me. Thank you so much, sir.
I think we all would have loved to continue this conversation, and it was just fabulous. Rajesh bhai was incredible from the heart. I didn't imagine a session could be so well and so much knowledge. So thank you, Rajesh bhai. Thank you very much for accepting
Thank you
this.
so much,
And,
Nirav bhai.
a small
This is
memento for
a small memento that we would like to share with Mr. Kalyan. Ladies and gentlemen, one final round of applause to the man who got on the right bus at the right time and is now capable to ride the bus himself. Well, thank you all. I'm going to request you to take your seats back because we're going to rush into our next session just very, very shortly. Soon after we are end of this, so we're going to request everyone to please settle down.
I would request, please, the next session is immediately to stop, and our guest is already here, our speaker is already here. Those who want to attend this session may please be here. I would request media to please take a little, give us some space, because the next session is immediately about to begin. Thank you.
The next session is yet another story to tell, another exciting one to catch up with. We're talking about successfully preparing for navigating unforeseen challenges, the Senko story this time. So yes, after the Kalyan story, another worthwhile watching is the Senko story. We have our speaker present here, requesting everyone to get into their seats immediately. Let's make the best of the 6th of April while we are at Innovate Talks, part of IIJ's Trithya 2024. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who made it here, and I'm going to request you all to continue taking your seats again.